Oh, hello there. It's the Archivist from tradingcardarchives.com, and I'm here today to open up some more of Camon's Amazing Shadow Puppets Series 3. So this is the third series of their trading card set focused on the traditional art form of shadow puppetry from China. And that's where they make these very intricate puppets out of translucent, colorful acrylic-like materials, and then you can project a light through that onto a sheet, and the shadow will be colorful and very vibrant, and it can move around, and depending on the skill of the puppeteer, can look very real, and you can have characters riding around on horses or flying around on dragons and have these really intricate backgrounds. The set is just incredible. I mean, the art alone, this is just a base card from the set, but it gives you an idea of the quality of this set. I mean, this is a base card and it has stamping on the back and some just beautiful printing on the front. And so that's a base card. The set also comes with a lot of gimmicky cards. But as you know, in my last video, I'll link that video if you weren't here, I opened 4 boxes of this and I didn't get any relics. And I've been hunting for a relic from Series 3. And I'm going to continue to buy more until I find one. And so I got 4 more boxes in today, so we're going to open those today. This is what a relic looks like, although this is a relic from set 2. And so what that means is they took a piece of scenery from an actual puppet show, like this is the real thing, right? And they cut it up into 133 pieces, this dragon. And I got the little claw here. So you can see the claw. And you can see how that material is translucent, right? So if you were to shine a light through that, you would get, lighter orange here, darker orange there on the sheet. So you have these like full color moving shadows. It's really an incredible art form to see. And in fact, I kind of want to do a little poor man's version of that here today for you. And so what we're going to do is we're going to maybe put these to the side. These are some of the pulls from the last video. And we will build ourselves a little shadow stage here and try to see if we can make these puppets work. And once we're done with that, we'll open the cards. So don't worry, we'll be doing that too. I wanted to show you these cards. They also kind of show the way the color comes through on these. Pretty neat, huh? Okay, so yeah, I've got my flashlight and I've got some cards here. So let's build a little stage. So, you know me, I'm the trading card archivist, so we're going to use trading card boxes to build this. These are 2 of Kaio's Chinese culture sets. There's going to be making 5 of these this year. I'm saving these till I have all 5, and then I'll open them all once. But that's what these are. And so I'm going to put those there, and I'm going to put a piece of paper over the top like that. And then we'll try this one first. I don't know that this will project very well, but let's give it a try. So I'll put this to be our projector light. And that's not the best light. Like really you want a much more powerful light than that. But we'll give it a try. Okay, yeah, so that will not project. That card is just meant to be looked at with the flashlight. But these do project. So these are PVC cards. And as you can see, they're beautiful on their own. But they have the PVC coming through. So when I put it over the flashlight, you can get an idea of what that shadow would look like, right? And so if you're, watching the show, that's kind of what you're going to see. Now, they won't have a sleeve on the card and all these other things blocking the light, and they'll have a better a better projection material than I do. But it certainly gives you some idea of what this looks like. And the colors and how well they come through, right? It's not just black and white puppetry like you might think. It's full color like this. Very cool, huh? You have to imagine that in motion and controlled by someone who actually knows what they're doing, right? Not me. Okay, but that's just a quick example of that. I'll put these away now, and we'll get the new boxes out and take a look at those. Let me get that light out of there so you don't get blinded. Take our little stage down. It was a good stage. And here's the package. I haven't opened it yet, but in here should be 4 more boxes of shadow puppets and maybe a box of the other museum set. If it's in here, we'll say what it is. I kind of forgot the name. It's a museum from China that Camon has produced a trading card set with. Very similar in style to the Shadow Puppet set. It's not the easiest thing to open here. And I bought these from a different vendor, actually a vendor I've never used before. And I kind of did that on purpose because I wanted to get boxes that came from a different case. So if you know anything about these products, they're sold in cases of like 36 or 48 boxes in a case. And vendors tend to search the cases and take the good stuff out and all that kind of, sketchy stuff happens, right? Or you have to assume it happens. And so whenever I'm buying a product, again, like rebuying it, I try to get it from someone else. And the reason is just so that it comes from a different case every time. And it looks like I was successful. I got all 4. That's great. This is kind of a different style of packing than I'm used to. Let's see if I can get this open. Okay, interesting. I mean, that preserved these boxes quite well. And I'll make the same deal as I made last time. So the deal is if I'll open these in order, basically, and if I pull a relic from the first box, the last 3 boxes will go into the giveaway pile. So I love to do giveaways on the channel. If you're not a subscriber, get subscribed. It's well worth it. The giveaways alone are worth it, even if you don't watch every video, which I don't blame you if you don't watch every video. That's totally okay. I put out a ton of videos. The point is for you to look at only the ones that you want to see, right? So if you like history cards like this, there's a playlist for history cards. You can kind of subscribe to that, and you can ignore everything else or whatever it is that you like. Or if you just want to join the giveaways, there's actually a giveaway playlist and you can only get alerts for that too. So you'll know when the giveaways happen. The next one will happen at 1,234 subscribers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're actually very close. We're 1,140. So less than 100 away, right? And there is some amazing stuff in that giveaway pile. And we're going to be adding a ton more today to it as we go through the day. But anyways, that's enough pitching. So that's what will happen here is we'll open these in order, and then whichever one gives me a relic, I'll stop there and we'll give the rest away. Now, if I don't get any relics, I'm sorry, I'll buy 4 more. That's what's going to happen. And then this is the other set. So this is I am not going to attempt to pronounce that, mostly because I will screw it up if I try. But this is a museum in China, and this is another Camon set. And so Camon has produced, using the same kind of tech and printing technology as Shadow Puppets, a set of cards based on that university's collection. And so what I thought we would do is open that first. And that way we can kind of take a look at those and see what they're like. And then I wasn't as sure about this set. That's why I only bought 1. If it's awesome, I'll get more, of course. But then after we're done with this, we'll move on to the Shadow Puppets. I do want to show you the flyer for this set, though, so that you can get an idea of what's in it. So I'm going to pause here. I'll set that up, and I'll switch over and show you the flyer for this. I'll be right back. All right, and I'm back here, and here's the flyer. So this is AliExpress, the website I get most of my cards from. And this flyer is from, like I said, a shop I haven't gone to in a while. Kaio Anime Card Store is the shop. They're a big shop with a lot of good stuff. It's just that they mirror most of the things that everyone else has. So I don't usually buy from them, unless I'm like I said, trying to sort of diversify the case that I'm picking from, essentially. And I should let you know there's a huge sale coming up very soon. Where this product will be a couple dollars cheaper, and there are some great coupons. It actually starts tomorrow, well, tonight, so at about midnight it'll start. And so, yeah, it's the back to school sale. Although this won't be the biggest sale of the year. The biggest sale of the year is going to be on 11/11, November 11th. That is sort of the biggest sale for AliExpress because that's kind of their holiday. But anyway, that's for the sales. So you can see over here, I'm sort of starting to put a cart together, but I'm waiting, right? Because when the sale starts, these will all drop in price, and so and I haven't put everything in my cart yet. Anyway, sorry, but this is the flyer for this museum set. I wanted to point out that these museum and the Shadow Puppets set, you can see it here, but this is the small box. This is the big box. The cases for these sets are just gorgeous. They are incredible on their own, right? And you get so many things, extra things inside the case. In fact, like the Shadow Puppets Series 2 set came with a like a stand-up shadow puppet stage that you could use, right? It was kind of insane what you would get in that case. But the cases are quite expensive. They're close to $1,000. So I know some vendors who will sell them now if you want one. But I couldn't bring myself to say I can't spend that much money basically, so it's not going to happen for me. But this is the new museum set from Camon. So let's take a look at this flyer, and you can see that there are quite a few kind of special chase cards and relic cards in this set. As we move through here, there's different kinds of coins, different kinds of jade pieces. That's these, and then there's this has sand in it, so this card has like sand from an actual archaeological dig site in the card. Kind of a crazy concept, but I would love to get one. I don't know if I'll be so lucky today, but I would love to get one. And then the rest of them are going to be just artwork and pieces from this museum's collection. So you can see here there's also a puzzle, I guess a couple of puzzles. Or maybe all the cards kind of form a puzzle. I'm not super sure about that. No, it looks like there's just 3 different puzzles. That's a lot of puzzles. And then you have the artifact cards. Now, to me, this set reminds me quite a lot of Kaio's museum sets. So they have done a British museum and now a Boston museum set that feature works just like this. So in a lot of ways, Camon, what they're doing here is kind of taking a page from Kaio's book and making a museum set in that way. So, okay, so that's the flyer. Let's get the box open then and see what I got today. There's only going to be 5 packs in this box, and the packs only have 2 cards each, so we're only going to get 10 cards from this set. That's all. But at the same time, as you saw there, the cards are just incredible quality. And even this box is incredible. Like, look at that. And this is just the mini box, right? There's 36 of these in that large case that you saw, kind of lined up like this. So that if you buy a full case, you get so much more. There's the back, so you can kind of see the set code and everything about it. And that is, I think that's the museum site. I'm trying to, I thought these were Camon, but I can't, I can't see a Camon logo anywhere on it. But I mean, you could tell from just the box style. This has to be Camon cards. Maybe it'll say on the packs. Let's get one of these open and take a look. Beautiful. Just, I mean, it's kind of insane. These things are so gorgeous. Oh, I got a good QC. So that's basically when someone checks a box at the factory, they put one of these in to show that like they're the ones who checked it, and then if there's any problems, they can kind of trace it back to the factory line that made that problem box. That's what those stickers are all about. So I'm gonna I actually keep these little boxes because I think they're so cute. So I'm gonna keep that over there, and then like I said, we have 5 packs. Let's look at the back here and see if we can figure out again who published this. I guess I was assuming it was okay. It says Camon on the website, so I'm guessing it has to be Camon. I just can't see their logo anywhere on these. But it's possible that the museum wanted to white label it. White label just means that the publisher doesn't get to put their label on it. Usually the company pays more money to get that treatment. Let's see what we got here today. I'm pretty excited because I've never seen these before, and as you saw, they look great. And yeah, I mean the pictures can't do this justice at all. You know, in the flyer photos, this looked like it just was a white background, but that's actually not. It's not metal, but it's a kind of foil in there with some uh, really intricate work. And then on the back, it's going to kind of explain what that piece is. And since this is the first card we've looked at, I will go ahead and translate that back for you. Let me pause and I'll be right back and I'll kind of try to explain what the back of this card is saying. All right, and I'm back. And so, I mean, I did an auto translate on that. I kind of have to read a little bit between the lines. To me, it seems like this is some sort of staff with a stick in the middle, like a wooden core, and then the outside is actually gold. Like that's, you know, gold plating all around the outside of this stick. They call it a stick, but I think it's more like a staff. But anyway, that's a beautiful piece there. And I will be sleeving these cards today just because these cards are too nice not to sleeve, I think. Get a bunch of sleeves out so I can do this a little bit faster. It's still not going to be the fastest, but and what do we have here? Oh, it's like there's inset. I'm like kind of there's so much going on with this card. It got a little damaged on the edge there, but all of this is kind of inset, and the rest of the card is there. And so what you're seeing there is an image of I think a mask or a statue, and then you're seeing sort of the three different profile views of that mask. And then on the back you have a close up. And I absolutely love that they give you the translations for the different characters here. That's really useful because those pictograms can be quite hard to understand, even if you know the language. Like when I was living in Japan, I knew kanji up to third grade level. That's where I tested at, which that doesn't seem like a lot, but that's like 1,000 kanji that I knew. And even then, I would pick up a newspaper and I'd see a kanji I knew, and I'd be like, well, but it would be used in a different way, and then I'd have to look it up in the dictionary, and it has like 20 different meanings depending on where it is, right? And so, yeah, even if you know some of the symbols, they can be used in different ways, especially with historical contexts like this. It's really difficult. I remember I was in Japanese high school and sitting in a history class. So there's like a Japanese history class taught in Japanese, right? And everything they would write on the board and say, I couldn't understand any of it. And the teacher, like afterwards, was telling me, like, don't worry, you're never gonna learn this one. This one is, even the kids in this class don't understand most of what I'm saying. And I was like, okay, thank you, because this is really hard. So let's look at our two more cards here. That is just not, I really love the way that it's layered, because you kind of have this outer layer, that inner layer, and then this artifact is layered on top of that yet. Just beautiful piece. And then the close-up on the back, so gorgeous. This set is quite nice. I mean, much better than Kaio's museum sets for sure. You know, I haven't even talked about it, but the cardstock too is a really nice, we think about a 59 point stock, and very nice cardstock. Now that's pretty too. It looks like it's just a black background, but you can see when I get the light just right, there's a very intricate pattern there, actually. There it is. Look at that shine. It's nice. And the back, this is some sort of bell, I believe. I am not a historian. I don't know historical artifacts super well. I know like art a little bit, and historical art I know pretty well, but I don't know like archaeological artifacts. I'm not as good at this. Yeah, so as always, if you're watching this and you know more than I do about what I'm looking at, please help me out. Let me know. Leave a comment and tell me what I got wrong or right, or if you just know more information. That is awesome. And then future people who watch the video love those comments, right? If you talk a lot about what they maybe you visited this museum sometime or something, that's just great, right? And everyone would love to hear that. So feel free to drop a comment with that. Just beautiful cards here. I'm not really hunting for relics or anything in this set. I was just sort of trying to see what I could get. So I'm not too worried about, you know, the specific rarities of any of these or anything like that. So yeah, I don't know. I won't be buying more of this at least until I get my Shadow Puppets relic. As you saw, these are about $25 each, so not cheap for only the 10 cards you get. Worth it, like totally worth it, I think, but not cheap. Oh, this is part of the puzzle. Yeah, okay, so that's part of the puzzle. I love how it has an artifact of its own on it, though, so that's kind of cool. But this is like the left side of one of the puzzles. Wow. Like the close-up image on the back is really just exceptional. The print quality is off the charts. That is very high resolution. Okay, last pack. Again, we might not get any big hits out of this. You really need to get multiple boxes if you want to get big hits. I think one box you have to get super lucky, basically. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you know I am not that lucky. Oh, we got a different puzzle piece. Okay, so this is not the middle of that one. It's the, I think, the top middle of a different, or actually this would be the bottom center of a different puzzle. Too many puzzles. From what I saw on the flyer, I believe that is the big hit that we got in that box. And from the last video, we learned that these boxes do have a kind of pattern to how they're laid out. Usually the hit is at the top, in the top pack, and then the bottom two packs are usually just base cards. At least that's how Shadow Puppets worked. Very nice. Well, so that's the Camon's Museum set. I didn't get any relics. Too bad. I was, you know, sort of hoping for one of the sand relics. I thought that would have been really kind of cool to get. But at the same time, I'm not going to attempt to chase that just because I feel like that would get incredibly expensive really quickly. So what we're going to do is kind of move those off the table. I actually need to make a little more space here. Maybe get another box out. It's kind of, as I go through the weekends, I fill these boxes with cards. And then at the end of the weekend, I try to sort them into other boxes. But I'm hopelessly behind. I mean, I've said this before on the Discord channel. We have a Discord now for no, it's not for my channel. It's for a couple different YouTubers who collect cards like this. My friend Al started the Discord, and I'm just using it as ours too, because I think it's great to have a general purpose one, you know, because I know there's already the waifu Discord. I'm in there, and there's a couple Naruto ones, and there's some One Piece ones, but there was none that were just for all AliExpress cards, right? And so that's what this one is more about. And so people will talk about this kind of set there and show their pulls from it. So yeah, okay, so here's our first box. And again, if we can pull a relic from this box, I will be giving away the other three. I don't think I'm that lucky, so please don't hold your breath. But it might happen. This is a set list, actually, so you can kind of see how big this set is. You know, the chase set here is just one of ones, but there's 72 base cards in the set. So it's actually a really big base set. When you're ordering it, if you want this one, the third one, you have to make sure to get this red box. Set 2 came in a tan box like this. So if you want set 2, get this one. They're both for sale now. The last video I kind of showed you where to buy them. I'll put links in the description, of course. But this is set 3. This is set 2. So set 3 is the oranger set. And I'm gonna just invert this stack because we know the hit is gonna be kind of at that in the top pack, which is now the bottom pack. If I did that inversion right, I'm not sure. Oh, we got something in here actually. Okay, so something die cut, I think. That's kind of neat. First, though, we got a. This is. What was this thing called? This was called a. Oh man, I forgot the word now. Someone in the last video showed me what this was. Hang on, I need to pause. As soon as I hit the pause button, I'm going to remember what it is. I'll be right back. Yeah, the second I hit pause, lithopane, that's the word. And so this is a lithopane, and that means it's like layered transparent material, but it has color when you shine a light on it. And I thought this was like new tech. This is actually very old technology. People were making lithopanes, you know, in before cameras. So this was very old technology, but very cool to see on a trading card like this. So there's our lithopane card. And then this is very fancy. It's sort of like a ticket, I guess. Oh yeah, okay, so this is a numbered card out of 888. So this is probably the highest numbered card that's in this set, I think. So the most common, that means. So that's down here. So serialized numbered cards are individually printed. So there's only one card in the entire world that is 149 out of 888. But this same card, there's 888 copies. They just each have a different number on them, right? And so that makes your card unique, but within a pool of 888, right? And so the lower this number is, the more rare the card is. So if it's like 1 of 1, that's the most rare card that you can get. And I think I'll go ahead and translate the back of this as well, just because it is such a pretty card. And I'm curious what that says. Okay. Why am I failing? These ones are tough when they have die cuts like this. To get them into a sleeve is tricky. All right, let me translate that and I'll be right back. Okay, it's kind of cool actually. I'm not even going to try to pronounce any of the names in here, but it's basically describing one of the famous shadow plays. So I don't, Shakespeare might be too big to compare to, but that's sort of what it is, right? Like there's these stories that are told by puppeteers all over China. So this story that's on the back of this card has been done, you know, by many, many different puppeteer teams. But it's a very famous story and popular one to do as a puppet show. How cool. Get one more here. And I know this video is kind of long. Sorry, I put like markers, chapter marks in the video. So if you just want to see the cards, you can always just jump to that part. But I want to do, you know, I want to do some cool things in this video. I built the little shadow play for you and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, trying to do a little bit more here. So this will be a longer video. And that is one of those shadow play cards. And I'm gonna get a blank just to put that on, and so you can see it a little better. They're pretty hard to see against this background without a blank like that. And this is a base, so this is again just one of the base cards, although there are 72 of these to find. So even though it is, you know, just a base, they're beautiful cards, and because the base set is so big, you will have a lot of trouble completing it, but also you don't get as many dupes as you would from, you know, a set that maybe only had 36 cards in its base, right? Another base. I really love the iridescent coloring behind the characters, like the green and the blue here. Even though I know that's just part of the card's like design, I think it looks so good. It's another card for us. Let's see what we get here. Oh, 2 base. That's okay. Like I said, in these boxes, it's usually like a hit pack and then regular packs and then packs with just base cards. So you will end up with a lot of base opening this, but you also are, I don't want to say guaranteed, but this is my 5th box now, and I've always gotten one of those. I think you're guaranteed one of those in every box. It seems to be the case. We'll see. If none of those have it, then we know I was wrong. And then, yeah, this is 2 base again. Oh, that one's very cool. I love the patterns and colors on that. Also, you can see it here, but this background is intricately, has just so much design work done in it. It's really hard for the camera to capture it, but you can kind of see it there. It's not just flat silver. Also have to remember that these puppets are fully articulated, the elbow, the shoulder, and the wrist, so that they can move and be very vibrant in the play. All right, box 2, here we go. We're hunting a relic. We're looking for one of the relics, or I would take an autograph too, although the autographs are more rare, so I don't think I'll get that. But that is something they introduced here in Series 3. The Series 2 doesn't have autographs, but Series 3 does. Okay, another card list. Just put those upside down there. And keep going. Here we go. Box 2. Oh, it's backwards. I was like, oh, is it something cool? No, it's just backwards. Just a backwards card. It is cool. Ooh. And then here is our shadow card. I'm going to move that one to the blank so you can look at it for a bit. Still definitely our biggest hit today. The last set of 4 boxes had no numbered cards in them, so I'm already kind of happier with this set than the last one. Although I am still committed to getting a relic. Like if it takes me like 8 of these videos, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna get to like video 6 and people are just gonna be like, oh, I hate shadow puppets. But I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going until I get a relic. PVC. Pack 3 from box 2. It's going to be base cards. Yeah, base cards here. Oh, that guy's cool. On the puppet too, like this attachment to his sword here would be fully articulated as well. So it would move around as he's moving and just make the thing look even more vibrant. Look at that! It's such a neat art style. Yeah, I'm not like a huge fan of it or anything. When I saw the art, I was just like, oh my god, this is amazing, right? And as mostly a Westerner, like I don't have a lot of exposure to this here in the West. In fact, I don't think I'd even heard of this until I saw the trading card sets. Maybe I would have seen it on National Geographic sometime or something like that. That is a dupe. That is actually a dupe. Okay. You have to be careful because sometimes they look similar but are not dupes. But there are, like, that is a dupe. That actually was. Very cool. All right, last pack. This should have, whatever our hits are from this box in it. So like I said, you're almost always going to get one of those. Oh, cool. Okay, and we got one of the stamps. So these stamps are, oh, I guess I said I hadn't gotten numbered cards last time. I got 2 of these last time, so I have gotten numbered cards. And these are lower numbered, 6688 on these instead of 888. But yeah, so this is my 3rd stamp card. Oh, it's very off center. I just noticed that. Still such a cool design. You can't really complain too much. And then we got another color change card, lithopane card. Lithopane is the word. Oh gosh, I'm sorry about that. It's a bike light, so but there you could kind of see the beautiful colors coming through. Even though there's no color at all. This is black and white, but there's color. Magic. I'm very easily amused. I hope you can tell. Oh, it's cool. I mean, that's cool. Like, I've never seen that in a trading card before. That's a very cool thing to do, I think. I keep saying the word cool. Very excellent thing to do there. All right, box 3. If there's no relic in here, then there's not going to be a giveaway again today. Sorry. Last video, someone commented, like, bring this man more relics. Yes, that's what we need. We need more. If we get a relic, we'll be done, and I don't have to buy more of these, and you get a chance at winning one. So, yeah, me getting a relic would be good for everybody. It'd be good for everyone, right? Not just for me. Although, yeah, I guess there's a little bit of selfishness to it there, I guess. All right, here we go. 10 more cards, 5 more packs, 1 more box. We can do this. I believe, I have faith. I have faith that we can pull a relic. Oh, that's a dupe. Oh man, 2 dupes. I guess, now that I'm on like box 6, I can't complain anymore. It took 6 boxes to start getting like a lot of dupes. So, well, actually, I guess I don't really know because I don't have all the other cards out here right now. They're right there though. So, but I'm not gonna sit here and organize them for you. That's beautiful. I love the black and yellow on there. And then the yin-yang symbol all over it too is super cool. What an epic thing. And then that museum set too. I mean, my mind is just blown. These are so nice. Yeah. I mean, Topps needs to make something like this. Like, we have beautiful art in the US too. Like, I've been to Washington DC. I've seen it in like the National Gallery and stuff. Like, why can't we have a trading card set about that? Or like the Air and Space Museum. Like, let's get a trading card set with all the Air and Space Museum artifacts and like information about each one on the back and beautiful photography. And I don't know if they could do relics, but relics would be cool. Like, or if they're gonna have like the Apollo return vessel, right? They could have signatures from some of the astronauts on the card or something. That would be a really neat thing to do. But it would have to be at this quality level, right? To be as good as this. Like, that's what makes this set so special. It's not just very pretty artwork. It's also some of the highest quality printing. I mean, that's really hard to show on this camera like this, but if you see this in real life, these are printed higher resolution than like anything else. They're like perfect. And the stock is beautiful. The coatings are awesome. The treatments, all the different gimmicks, the chase levels, like it's such a creative set for that reason. And that's what makes it so special, right? Not just the artwork. Because I know that like historic autographs will make like an Air and Space set. They've actually made a couple of those. I think they call it Flight. But they're not quite at this level, right? They have a lot of neat artifacts and signatures, but their base cards are just paper cards. They're I'm not going to say it. Their base cards have literally nothing on these base cards. These base cards are better than their chase cards. And that they're an independent publisher and much smaller, so that's not really a fair thing to say, but it's true. Another dupe. That is a little sad. That's 3 dupes today. Oh well. Oh well. Maybe I can create a little package of my duplicates and send them to somebody who wants to see this set but can't afford it or something like that. I also think this is the 3rd base card pack from this one, so... Huh. Maybe that was just a bad box. I love the green on this, though. Look at that, guys. Cool pants and hats. Very neat. And orange on this. It's the colors that really pop on these things and just make the whole set shine. All right, here's our last pack. This should be our hit for the box. Hopefully a relic. I don't know. I'm always hopeful, but we'll see. Oh, it's a stamp. I shouldn't really complain about the stamp cards because, you know, like I said, these are numbered lower than that. But at the same time, they're not relics. They're beautiful, though. And they kind of are a relic in the sense that they're a stamp, but that's not as cool. That is not as cool. Ooh, that's actually a really neat scene. There you can kind of see how the backgrounds are used in the shadow plays. It's not just the figures, but also the scenery. It's a big part of it. And you can also see the dragon monster down there is another like just gorgeous thing to see. The dragons projected on this and moving is amazing. Like some of them take 3 or 4 people to move them around. They're so articulated. And I'm sorry, we're opening the 4th box. We did not get a relic. We're not going to be giving any of these away today. But I will get more if I don't get a relic in this box. It just might be another couple weeks till I have them. So we kind of have to wait. But yeah, like right after the video, I'll go and order more. So assuming I shouldn't give up yet. This one will have the relic, right? Like we all believe that. I think everyone believes it. I believe it. It's very heavy. I have no idea. I don't know. Oh, this set is gonna drive me insane. It's gonna drive me completely insane. This feels awfully thick, this particular pack. Okay, you can see, well, you might not be able to, but that has film on it. That is packed. So this, we're going to put over there. We'll open that last. That is something special. I don't know for sure that it's a relic, but I'll just show you this card also it was packed like that, right? So it's either a relic or a signature, and either one would be amazing. But we're gonna just let it bake over there for a minute just to make sure it's really good. That's a trick breakers use a lot, but it works, right? So if you open a pack and you see like a gold edge or something, you're like, oh, I hope it's the best card. Don't pull it immediately. Just put it over to the side. Let it kind of cook for like 30 minutes or so. Just let it sit, and it'll just get more rare the longer it sits there. And then when you pull it, it'll be the best card. None of that was probably true. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Sorry. Like I said, this set drives me crazy. I'm going insane over here. Just telling jokes. Speaking of telling jokes, I saw the new Alien movie, Alien Romulus. Awesome movie. I really enjoyed it. And there was actually a fire, not in the theater, but outside the theater. Some person set like a dumpster on fire in the middle of the movie. So we all had to evacuate the theater. The fire department came, all this stuff. They gave us a free movie, and then they put us into the next showing. So I actually got to watch the first half of the movie twice, and then the second half once. So that's kind of neat too. But yeah, awesome movie. And the point I've really brought it up is the movie is kind of centered around dad jokes. I know that sounds crazy, but I don't want to spoil anything, but it's absolutely true. Like if you watch this new Alien movie, which is like this horror film in space with gory aliens and blood everywhere and stuff, uh, dad jokes. It's just dad jokes through the entire thing. Trust me. Don't bring your kids though. That's not a good idea. They're dad jokes for adults. Definitely don't bring your kids. Good lord, that movie was just full of scares. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna stop talking about because I don't want to spoil anything. But great movie if you wanted if you enjoy the Alien franchise at all. Oh, this is awesome! This is my first non-human PET. Look at that! It's a dragon. That's epic. That is really really cool. I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm just getting more excited about whatever that is too. So this is going great. The question I have though is, if that is a relic, do I then buy another box to give away? I don't know. What do you think? If you've watched this long, we're at 46 minutes. If you've watched this long, congratulations, you're awesome. But also, let me know in the comments, like, would you want a box of this in the giveaway pile anyway, or not? You know, if nobody wants one, I won't buy another box. I'll just let it be. Because, you know, assuming that is a relic again, I'm counting my chickens here before they hatched. But assuming it is, then I'm done essentially with what I wanted to do with the set. Uh, but I could get another one to give away if that's something people were interested in. Or if you'd rather have the museum one, I could do that instead too. I could do that too. Either one, yeah. And of course, if they make a fourth Shadow Puppets, which I'm sure they will, given how popular this one is, I'm not. It's like very cool set, and everyone I've shown it to just loves it. Like I love to bring this set to. I think this is a dupe, yeah. To trade nights and show it to people here locally in LA, and it's just blows people's minds. You know, because you see this even this is the base card, right? But you see this in person, you see how good the printing quality on it is, and then you go look at one of your sports cards, and you're just like, oh, like I can see the pixels. It's shocking how much nicer these are than anything printed here in the West. Okay, so I'm gonna try and do this without spoiling it too much. So first up, we've got another one of these lithopanes. So I'm going to go ahead and say it's guaranteed one in a box, because I have never opened a box and not gotten a lithopane card like this. Every single box has had one. And now, the moment of truth. Oh, it is a relic. Oh my god. My prayers have been answered. I'll show you the other relic too. So it has a very similar style to it. Although in this case, I think we're just getting the face, maybe. And then let's see what we're numbered to. 288, okay. So the relics are actually numbered higher in this set. In set 2, they were numbered to 133. But in this set, they're to 288, so maybe a little bit more common. Still. Also, it doesn't show you on the back. Like, I loved how the back of this one kind of shows you where your piece fits into the larger design. This one doesn't do that, so that's not as good. But I think you can still see from the front that, like, obviously we have the head there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and translate this. I think it probably says like congratulations and stuff on it, but I just want to make sure it's the same as the last time and not something different. I'll be right back. Yeah, so it just says, you know, congratulations. It's an official original relic. So there it is. Now I have 2 Shadow Puppet relics, 1 from each set. And I mean, I have a lot of other great goods too. I have like 4 of these, all kinds of beautiful base and the lithopanes. But this was the chase that we were going after, and we got it. So yeah, very, very happy here today. Honestly, could not be happier. This is perfect. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I will go ahead and end the video now because we're at 50 minutes. It was a long video, but I think you got to see a lot of cool cards here. More than you would see in a normal video from me. And we will get back to regular anime stuff too. Don't worry. We're going to do... well, I don't want to spoil it because I don't know the order I'm going to upload these in. But yeah, we're definitely going to do a lot of cool anime stuff today too. So, all right. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. And thanks for joining me for this. This has been quite the adventure. And there we got it in the last box. I didn't arrange that or anything. It just kind of happened that way. Very cool. All right. Catch y'all later. Bye-bye.